lots of fantastic things about her. She is gorgeous. She's even more pretty in real life, actually. The one other really good thing about her is that she lives in Wales, so she doesn't have to get on the train from London. I think maybe we should just book people who live in Wales in the future. And obviously, well, what else can I say? I mean, she's the only woman who can make holding a rocket launcher in one hand and a baby in the other look effortless. She is, of course, Myles!
Hello, Prestatyn. How lovely is this? We're in Wales. This is so unusual. I'm overwhelmed by how many people are here. Thank you so much. It would have been awful if there was two. So thank you for coming to say hi.
Can everyone hear us okay if we're this close to the mics? Is that alright? Okay, good. So, have you been to Prestatyn before then? I imagine this is like, you come here every year on holiday, don't you?
Oh, yes, I do. Yes. I will be now, knowing that last night they served me pints of wine.
Yeah. I heard about that.
I shall be coming here a lot.
There was a point at one point where it's like, have you heard Myles is in the bar? It looks like they're going to run out of red wine. Basically.
Quite incredible, actually. I went up and I said, this is a bunch of people. I said, can I have a bottle of red, please, and a bottle of wine? That'd be lovely. And the barman looked at me like I was bonkers, and he went, no. No. And I went, what? He said, I'm just going to have to separate it out. We can't give you glass. So I said, right, okay. And then these pints of wine started to I was like, I'm in heaven.
Was it just...
Fantastic. Oh, I did some chips.
Was it because he didn't want to give you something that might be used as a weapon?
Yeah, a lot of people get the impression that I am a bit like Wayne Cooper, I'm a bit dangerous, and I'm not. I have no idea how to use a bazooka. Well, I do, but I don't know.
So no one ended up stabbed in the throat?
No, I didn't stab anybody in the throat.
Shall we talk to it for a bit?
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah? Should we get the really obvious question out of the way first?
Oh, okay.
It's probably the one everyone wants to know.
Yeah. Right.
Do you think this is kind of RIP torture now? Or do you think there's a chance it might come back? Are you making a new series? Is that what you're telling us?
I'm keeping everything crossed that we get a series 5. I'm not ready to hang up my leathers or my guns yet. So, I'm hoping that we get another series. But this is the thing with Torchwood. I mean, every year we've come back and been so lucky to come back and do more. We've done 4 great series and 4 very different series. I never expected to get the 2nd, I never expected to get the 3rd, certainly didn't expect to get the 4th. And I just want to say how grateful we are as a cast and a crew to you guys for all your support and your the loyal fan base that we have is extraordinary, and it's because of you that we do keep coming back. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts for that.
Give yourselves a round of applause.
No, I'm genuine with that. I want to thank you very, very much for that. If there's another series or a movie or whatever it may be, I'm not ready to give up Wayne Cooper just yet.
Do you think a movie? That sounds like a nice idea.
Yeah, I mean, you say movie and everybody kind of goes,
yeah.
Yeah, it'd be lovely, but we do something different every year. We went from a 13-part to a 5-part to something over 10 hours. It changes all the time, and that's because we're so lucky to have Russell T Davies, who just changes it every year, and brings us something fresh and new and something that we don't expect. So who knows what's going to happen? I just want you all to keep your fingers crossed, and hopefully we can give you something great again.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah.
Russell has kind of vaguely intimated in a couple of interviews that he feels like he's kind of, I think he said something like, I've saved the world too many times though. So it kind of sounds a little bit like he feels like he might need to move on to something else.
Well, yeah, but he's also been quoted to say that, tell your mother you're interviewing Eve Myles. He's also been quoted to say that he says this every time, and then he comes back to doing a series of torture and he falls in love with it all over again.
Yeah.
You know, who doesn't love Captain Jack Harkness, for Christ's sakes? I mean, I need more. So, Russell, can you see me? Can you see me? Are you there? I need more Harkness. It's hard not to fall in love with this series. Doing it every year when I get a script through is the most exciting time of my life. It's wonderful, and I've been so blessed to be able to play it well.
So everything crossed, yeah. Well, obviously Miracle Day.
Yes.
Was your first experience of working in the States, wasn't it? I think that's right.
I've actually worked there with the RSC.
Oh, right, but as a television production.
As television production, yes.
What's that like? Is it very difficult for making television in Britain? Is it a bit daunting? Or?
The only thing that's hugely different is that the amount of food that I can consume. Right.
Do they bring you do you get pints of red wine as well?
Oh no. I simply can't do all that nonsense and I'm half cut. But the amount of food, they've got a thing in the States called crafty services, right? And it's basically food non-stop, right? Literally you walk into work and it's like the most beautiful buffet you could possibly think of, but it doesn't end. It doesn't end. It's just there all day. So whenever I'm missing, they know where I am. All day long. So that's a huge thing that, and I think the other thing that's really different out there is the hours. The hours are massively intense. I think the longest day we did was 18 hours. So long days, but one experience was wonderful. Yeah.
Did you, how long because you lived out there as well, didn't you, for a while?
I did, yeah.
How long were you kind of an American, well, not an American citizen, but living in America for?
We've been out for just under 8 months.
Quite a while, yeah.
Yeah, I took my family out there and we lived in the Hollywood Hills. I literally lived in the Hollywood sign. I thought somebody had just,
Just a little shed underneath the L or something.
Yeah, I was on the O like that. No, it was, we lived up there for 8 months and it was wonderful. It was a huge experience. Having the snakes and stuff come into the garden and, coyotes and all that. It was mad.
I got covered with spiders in the bath, never mind.
Oh, well, there was a couple of them. Yeah, it was great. It was wonderful.
Is it as glamorous a lifestyle as everyone thinks?
I was dreading going out there. That's not a secret. I'm quite open. I'm a very open person, and I was not excited about it because I just thought it was going to be full of kind of people who were not the kind of people I like to be around. And I couldn't have been more wrong. People who were so lovely and laid back and kind. We were very lucky. I think the sun just makes everybody so happy, doesn't it? When the sun is shining, you just generally, you're a happy person. And, you're ordinary Joe Blogs out there, this is Mick Jagger, which makes me roll with laughter all day long. So, no, people were really, really cool out there. And yes, there's parts of it that are very glamorous. There's parts of Cardiff that's very glamorous. But, so there's glamour everywhere. I stay away from it like the plague.
Obviously, in this series, in Miracle Day, they played a little bit with that kind of cultural misunderstandings between the British and Americans. Yeah. Did you experience any of that in real life? Did people kind of go, what's she on about?
But I get that in Cardiff. that doesn't just happen in LA. That's like, what did she say? What? There was a lot of that. It was lovely to be able to play that because I was a Welsh girl in in LA, you know, playing this action hero. And I'm like, you know, I got a gap in my teeth and freckles, slightly overweight. And, don't get me wrong, I love my curves. I love my bumps. Bumps are good. But no, you know, I stuck out like a sore thumb. And when I hear the accent as well, which is even more bizarre, you know, but being different, what I learned out there was being different and having imperfections is a really bloody good thing, because it makes you different and it makes you unique and it makes you you. So I embrace a lot more of myself out there, I suppose, which I didn't expect to.
And some of us think that a gap tooth is a little bit sexy, actually. I don't. Anyone? Yeah.
All I'm saying is, don't knock it until you've kissed it.
Just give me a number later.
Yeah, apparently it's quite funny actually, because people out in LA were saying to me, "Where did you get that done? How did you do that?" And I was like, "Do what?" And they were like, "With your teeth. How is that possible?" And I'm like, I was born with my teeth like this. This is who I am. I love it. And apparently now people out there are starting to get gaps.
Inserted?
Literally having gaps put in their teeth. So whoop whoop gap girls.
Trendsetter.
Yeah, well I try.
Let's talk about Gwen a little bit. She's obviously she's many things, but she's obviously a kind of strong, very independent woman who can take care of herself.
Yeah.
Do you find in your working experience that there's still not that many roles as good as that for women actors?
I think over the last 5-6 years, I think there's been stronger female parts on television. But I think in particular with sci-fi, that's when you find the females you want to be playing. Because in sci-fi they tend to always make the female very strong and very kind of dominant, and you know, and that's what we should be playing on television. More of that should be seen. And to have the opportunity to play Gwen Cooper, where I'm playing a woman who is a mother, is a wife, and then goes to work with Jack Harkness every day and tries to save the world, is unique. So, yeah, I'd like to see more of it. You know, it would be nice to see more women like that on television. It's very rare, and it would be nice to see more of it.
I think we all agree, don't we?
Okay.
She's not, she's a slightly divisive character as well, though, because she's not a paragon of virtue. She has, you know, she has a selfish side, and there was that whole thing with the infidelity of her husband.
Yeah.
Do you like her as a character? Do you think you'd be friends, or do you understand that?
I respect Gwen Cooper very much. I think that the pressure this woman has is outrageous. You know, every day is huge for her. Every day is life or death. But I think that there's got to be, you know, why I love playing this character so much, and why I've played her for so long, is because of the flaws. She's got flaws, she's got weaknesses. We all have these. She's not perfect. If she was perfect, I would be playing somebody who isn't real. You know, she's got to have elements of her that we go, oh, we don't like that. Oh, I would never be like that. But we are. You know, we are. She's a human being. She's doing the best that she possibly can in extreme circumstances. And sometimes I get the script through and I go, okay, so, right, bazooka. Right, okay, helicopter. Okay, lasagna. Okay. That's fine.
Did you get more excited about the lasagna though? Because it sounds like it.
My friend is grab. As soon as I see lasagna, I'm like, what are you nutsy? So yeah, you know, she's complicated, and sometimes I don't understand the decisions she makes, but I have to do them. I have to play them, and I never want to play something that's easy, because that would bore the arse of me, and it would bore the arse of you, and I never want to do that. I want to keep it complicated and complex and interesting, and I think Russell does that beautifully.
And obviously in in Miracle Day, she's here as a mum.
Yeah.
She's kind of this war mum with the old machine gun in one hand and the baby in the other.
What did you guys think of that? Did you like the old did you like the gun and the baby and the earmuffs and the... Yeah. That was fun, wasn't it?
And you, obviously, I guess you became a mother at similar times to the character, really. Did you find that very easy, sort of that protectiveness towards the baby, very easy to kind of just key into?
I can genuinely say, hand on heart, that I've never walked through my hallway with a revolver in one arm and a Matilda in the other. Let's get that straight. Yeah, when I read that, it was kind of highlighted this moment of, you know, the heroine. You know, this woman with a baby, with the earmuffs and the gun, and the kind of, I'm going to shoot that goddamn helicopter out of the sky onto the beach. I just thought it was absolutely mesmerising. I couldn't wait to do it. But that particular scene took, I think it was 4 or 5 days to shoot, because I couldn't obviously shoot again. With baby now. So we had to do, you know, there was lots of like false baby, and then when you could see the baby, there was no actual bullets, so it was very, very cleverly done.
No babies died during filming?
I hope not. I hope not. If they did, I apologise. I actually, when I first got the script, the baby was going to be the same age as my daughter, and there was a big possibility that Matilda would be playing Anna.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and then I thought, then I read it. She's not doing that. I'll kill you if you try to make my daughter do that. She's not doing it. So yeah, and then they made it a lot younger as well, so it wouldn't have worked out, but no,
that scene, the whole airing down the beach in Wales with the helicopter and all that, was
that was good, wasn't it? Wasn't that a great scene?
Was that the most awesome thing you've done at Torchwood?
Yeah, I think so. I think, yeah, that and a very different scene was the scene with me and John Barrowman in the car, and it was, I think it was episode 7, where he goes back in time, and he and I are in the car together, and we have it out. You know, it's all aired. And that was one of the best nights filming I've ever had. Not because of the script or the work, it's because we had loads of cake. And, I had him tied up. No, that was one of the best nights I've ever had in work. I had such a great night filming that night. But that particular sequence on the beach, I think it was -40. Oh yeah, you could, it was cold. And it was, I think it was -14, it started to snow at one point. The Americans almost had a nervous breakdown. And we were like, it's fine, don't worry. They were like, it's not fine, I can't feel my legs. So yeah, Mackay Pfeiffer was the funniest of all. I've said the story a couple of times, but we were literally on the back of the truck, the open, you know, the back of the Jeep. And when we get in, we've got, you know, we've got the ammo, we've got the guns, you know, we've got the helicopters, we've got everything. My guy's like, stands up and says, yeah, dude, this is why we do this job. This is amazing. Yeah, woo, woo, woo. Catch 2. 20 minutes later, going, oh my God, this is so cold. This is like the worst day of my life. Welcome to Wales. Yeah, it was one of the best. It was exhilarating that day. The part where I actually stand up with the bazooka and I say, you know, he says, who the hell are you guys? And I go, Torchwood. And I blow it. I literally had to do that in an edit suite later, about 3 months later, because I'd frozen. I couldn't get Torchwood out. It sounded like this. It's not going to be very symbolic, is it? Who are you guys? So that, yeah, we have kind of put that on later because we had literally frozen. We got back to the hotel. It was the longest, nicest bath I've ever had in my life. and I think a pint of wine might have been involved that day. But no, it was the coldest day, but the most exhilarating day. And you know what was lovely? Was having the American guys come over and be on that beach. And for me to go, this is my beach, this is where I walk my dog, this is where I surf, this is my beach, I love this beach. And they were blown away by what we've got. So I was very proud as well that day.
Just going back to something you said a minute ago about your favourite scenes, and the one in the car where you said, and everything was bad. That kind of segues me into another question. No worries, I'm not going to ask you about sites on the internet. You wouldn't remember this, Steve.
Oh God.
About 5 years ago, I interviewed you.
Oh God. Yes. Possibly.
This is actually about John Barrowman, so don't worry.
I'm feeling fine now.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you were talking about filming in the Brecon Beacons.
Oh no, please don't ask me this question.
You've got any small children, you might want to cover their ears.
Cover their ears.
So here's Eve. Just a lead up to the question. Here's Eve talking about filming John Barrowman in the Brecon Beacons. We were in the Brecon Beacons last week doing all these scenes with all this horrendous wind. So I'm sitting down with my head in my coat, trying to shelter myself from the wind and keyboard. And then what it looks like is John is coming over to give me a hug. But no, he bangs me on the head 8 times with the little Barrowman.
No, hang on, can I rephrase that? Okay, can I rephrase? The big Barrowman. He'd kill me if I didn't say that.
So what I wanted to ask you really is it a relief not to have that anymore, or do you kind of miss it?
It's possibly the best question I've ever been asked.
Do you want a moment?
Oh, I miss it like oxygen. Listen, don't worry, there's no shortage of me seeing it. You know, he doesn't need to be present. We've all got phones. That's all I'm saying. I'm a bit sick of it, really. Never sick of it.
Were you ever tempted to retaliate?
Am I really having this conversation? Are you all here? Is this real? I'm talking about John Barrowman's cockle. What was your last question?
Were you ever tempted to retaliate?
What, to knock him on the head with mine?
That's an exclusive.
Give me half a chance. No, you guys have no idea. You have no idea what I have to go through with this man. I'll give you a little, hello friends. I'm going to tell you now about John Barrowman's penis. I'm sat in the makeup truck, and it's about 5:30 in the morning. Now Gwen has got great hair, right? Very volume and beautiful and all this nonsense. And they've got these huge rollers in my hair, and we call them my wine racks, right? Because they're like these huge rollers. I can say anything. All I'm saying is that there's a photograph out there in my drawer. There's a photograph out there saying, "Don't feed the monkey." The rollers were in my hair. Something else was in there also. And then, I'm disturbed by it.
Was something else in there before they were put in your hair, or after they were put in your hair?
When they were in my hair.
Oh, God.
Yes. I'm so sorry to be talking this early about this. It's quite crass, isn't it?
That's quite athletic.
Really thought about that, isn't it?
I've got a vivid mental image.
Hang on. Okay, Roland. That should be in the Olympics. Yeah, good old John.
Good old John.
Yeah.
All right, on that bombshell,
Yeah.
I think it's probably time for some audience questions.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Have we got a rolling mic? Yes. There he is, Mr. Rob Power.
Hello.
Hands up, please. And Rob will come and find you. There's a master over there. I bet he's got an evil question. Can you chuckle when you ask it, please, in an Anthony Ainley style?
Well, I'm an American, so I have a rough enough time with the British accent, let alone the master.
Good costume. Good costume.
Thank you.
How are you, darling? It's lovely to see you.
Oh, lovely to see you again. Thank you.
Yeah, nice to see you again.
Hello, Doctor. How's that? Anyway, this question is about the episode entitled Adrift. I don't know the scene number, but there is a scene in which Gwen Cooper is standing inside a room with post-it notes around her, with all the names of the people, and she kind of spins around in the room. How is that done?
That is such a good question because that was such a wonderful camera trick. They had me on a dolly. Okay. You guys know what a dolly is? Right? They had me on that and they spun me one way and then they took the camera the other way. So it was a really great effect. I was really dizzy. But that's how they did that. And in fact, I'm really pleased you picked up on that because that was a lovely, lovely kind of trick of photography and we loved doing that. So that's how they did that. They had me on a dolly, spun me around one way and then took the camera the other way.
So a little platform basically that revolves.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, I remember reading an interview with Jada Spencerson and she said that when she was writing the scene where you were separated from Reese and Anne Harrod, that she wasn't quite sure what to write, but Russell T Davies said, "Don't write anything, Eve will fight like a tiger."
Yes, I have read that. We'll always fight like a tiger.
And I think generally we saw even more of a kick-ass side to Gwen in the new series of Torture. So what was your favourite kick-ass moment from Miracle Day?
You guys know what that moment is. I'm Welsh. When I read that, I almost had a little pee-pee. I was so excited. It was just like, what Welsh woman out there doesn't want to fool someone who goes, "Oh my God, you're the best, Britain's got to offer." What? Loved it. Absolutely loved it. That, and I did enjoy fighting Lauren Ambrose. That was a great fight in the lift. We started that at 4:45 in the morning. After filming something like 14 hours, they said, "Right, now we're going to do the fight scene now." And Lauren and I were like, "Are you kidding me? It's 4:45 in the morning. We're wrapping in at 5:10. And we had no choreography. We stepped through it maybe twice. So what you see is kind of bare and raw. And it was good. I loved doing that because she's Lauren Ambrose, everybody. Hello, Jilly. She's amazing. So to do that with her, we just got on with it. We really enjoyed that.
Okay, where's Rob? I can't see you.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
thanks for your time today, by the way. What's it like now you're like a sex symbol? How does your family react dealing with you?
I can't possibly comment on that. That's very funny. No, I'm not a sex symbol at all. Thank you, Mum. No, that's ever so nice. Call me. It's very nice of you to say that. But no, I'm too childish to ever be a sex symbol. No. It's very kind of you. Stop it!
Rob, there's a gentleman down here in green who's listened for a while, and then can you go over there? There's a lady over there with red hair.
Very briefly, the helicopter beach scene. When your daughter, when she grows up and sees that scene, they'll forgive you for not letting her appear in it.
I love you. I actually love you.
Don't tell her.
No, she's gonna hate me.
Don't tell her. We'll keep it quiet.
I don't know what she's gonna think of me. I don't know what she's gonna think of Mama. I have no idea. But she's gonna grow up knowing that Mama plays Gwen Cooper, and I'm just waiting for the day that she gets asked in school, what does Mama do for a living? Fight aliens. I'm looking forward to that.
Mummy, what's a little barrowman?
Go to bed.
Where are you, Rob? Oh yes, over there.
Hi.
Hello, darling.
You're right.
I'm very well, thank
My
you.
question's completely gone. How different was it for you going from playing Gwyneth on Doctor Who to then, which was, obviously very small, but we loved you, to then doing a huge series with Russell? I mean, how different was it for you?
Because am I right in saying it was written specifically for you, Gwen, after you saw it was
Yeah. I put it all down to the doily. What a hairstyle. I get asked this quite a bit, and people really, really don't believe what I say. And the absolute truth is, I wasn't meant to do Unquiet Dead. I wasn't meant to do Doctor Who. I was booked on another job.
We're very glad you did, though.
Oh, bless your heart. So am I. But I wasn't meant to do it. And I was booked on another job, and then my agent came through and said, they want to see you for this part in Doctor Who. And I went, yes, without a doubt. But they said, obviously you booked on something else. But the director that I was working with, when I got the part, just said, you have to do Doctor Who, you have to do it. And I treated it like any other job. You go and you do the very best. You be as professional as you possibly can. You give 100%. You give your life to it. You do everything for it. And thank God I did, because it turned out to be the biggest audition of my life. And through that, Russell wrote me an ass-kicking, gun-ho Welsh girl, which I'm eternally grateful for. The biggest audition of my life. I never thought for 1 second, with my doily and my little servant's outfit, that 5 years later I'd be sitting in Hollywood, working with Mackay Pfeiffer and John Ambrose, playing Gwen Cooper. So a lot of hard work and dedication and love has gone into it.
Rob, there's a chap. Oh, sorry, actually, I don't know the gender. Sorry, there's a person. You're just too far away. I'm not saying you can't tell. I can't actually see anything beyond about 3 rows. There we go. That's a joke, yeah.
I just wanted to know with Miracle Day, working with Bill Pullman, obviously he's known for playing good guys, and in it he's incredibly psychotic. What was he like in real life?
Possibly the nicest person you'd ever have the pleasure to meet. Kind, generous, slightly barking mad. The nicest person you could possibly meet. And then as soon as the first AD would say, turning, and action, you'd be like, I will kill you. And everybody you love, I will kill. What an actor, what an absolute storming professional. And there were days where I wasn't even in, and I'd come and I'd sit at the monitor, and I'd watch him because he was a masterclass. He was incredible. And then you meet him and you go, how are you so lovely? And then you can do this performance. He's unique and possibly the person I learned the most from. Yeah, thank you for another question.
Okay, there's one down the front.
We just got one here.
Sorry?
You got one here?
Oh, right, yeah, can you come down the front after that, please, Rob?
Would you like to appear in the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who?
Well, I had an interview, and apparently I've been quite jumped on, saying, you know, oh, it would be so indecent for anybody tortured to appear in Doctor Who, but that's not where I was coming from. Where I was coming from was, we've gone in a certain direction with Torchwood, and my nieces and nephews adore Doctor Who, and there's no way on earth I'm allowing them watching Torchwood. They're just not going to watch it. So, you know, there's a fine line there. John does it, Captain Jack does it. They write it so beautiful, that crossover for that character is so unique and beautiful and so well done. If that was to happen with Gwen Cooper, I've been there before, there'd be nothing better in the world to be a part of something as huge as the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who. We love and adore that show. This is where Torchwood was born from. This is the mothership. So being involved with it would be a joy. I've not had any phone calls. I don't know what might happen. But if the question was there, of course I'd jump on board. I'd be honoured.
Maybe you can just be sitting in the back of the shop, eating some lasagna, drinking ice and wine.
Oh, sounds fantastic. It's very unlikely.
I see you, Rob. Where are you? Wait, so there's a chap down here in a blue t-shirt.
Unfortunately, it's practically the same question. It was just going to be with the alleged departure of the Pontins and their demise, can you see Gwyn and Reese moving into the big blue box?
If they ask us, we'd love to. Of course we'd love to. I mean, Doctor Who is such a huge thing. And, you know, everybody loves it. Why wouldn't you want to be part of that? It would be lovely, you know. I just hope they give me the bazooka and the guns and the leathers and all that stuff. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. If I'm invited, I'll jump on.
Did you manage to finish any souvenirs? Have you got like a bazooka at home tucked away in the broom cupboard? You've got a guilty face on. I would like to be a Jehovah's Witness in your area.
No, I've never stolen anything. No. There's a few things, okay, that were mine. And I claimed. No, I've never stolen anything.
Where's the mic? Sorry. Yeah.
I was just wondering why you're having the Pence wine last night. How was the film that was on?
I'm so sorry.
The pints of wine last night. How was the film that was on?
Okay, look, nobody told me, right, nobody told me last night that there's horror films on till like 5 in the morning, right? That's my idea of heaven. So I sat till like maybe 5 this morning watching horror films. It was wonderful. Sat there literally like that. Watch it, like, I mean, they were pretty awful, but I love them. I love them.
Was on, wasn't it?
Oh my God, it was so good. It was great. I had a ball. Yeah, it was a strange evening. It was great. Sat there watching horror films all night. What could be better?
Do you like a bit of gore then?
Yeah, I love gore. Yeah, I'd love to do something with Quentin Tarantino or something like that. I mean, one of my favourite episodes of Torchwood was Countryside.
The cannibal one.
Yeah, the cannibal one.
The cannibal one.
Yeah.
With Rex Beacon, we won't go.
Yeah. Don't go back there. Don't make me go back there. Don't make me go back there.
Go to your safe place.
Go to my safe place at the dark room and because it was, you know, probably one of the goriest episodes we've ever had. It was wonderful. Yeah, one of my favourites.
Okay, I think we've got time for probably 2 more questions, maybe.
You've already mentioned it before, but how did you find the transition going from like a UK budget to like the Hollywood style with stars and everything else? You said, you know, the long hours and everything else, but I just wondered, was there much of a transition as an actor going from that to the things that the pace of the whole new series was a lot different to the old sort of like episode punchy that today was very long and slow, so I wondered as an actress how you found it.
Well, personally, when we did Children of Earth, when we had that one story to tell, I adored it because it really gives you something to get your teeth into as an actor. You haven't got a beginning, a middle and an end to do in 45 minutes. You know, you've got 5 hours to tell a wonderful story, and this time around we had 10 hours to tell a very, very complex, stunning story. So to have that was just incredible. I think the transition, if I'd been playing anything but Gwen Cooper, would have been very difficult. But as soon as I turned up there in Warner Brothers and sat there, and John wasn't there, I was on my own. And there was Russell and Julie, and then the new cast. And we were sat on the table and we all had scripts in front of us, and I literally didn't know whether I was going to be able to turn a page. I was sick with nerves, and I was, you know, really, really nervous. And then as soon as I did, and I saw little Gwen's name, and I started to read Gwen, I was with my best friend, so there was no difficulty there whatsoever. It was literally like being with my best friend, you know. As soon as I seen Gwen Cooper and Jack Harkness, I felt very comfortable.
I have one little question as well.
Yeah.
When you were out in California, did you ever get to have In-N-Out burger?
Oh, don't talk to me about In-N-Out burger.
Did you try the animal style?
Oh my
thought so.
God, animal style fries. This place is called In-N-Out Burger in California. It's possibly heaven behind the door. It's the best burgers you will ever have in your life. And then they do these fabulous fries with melted cheese, and I'm starving. Oh, I miss it so much. So funny. It's after about the 4th episode, the wardrobe girls started coming in Spanx for me. Eve. I don't care, talk them on.
Okay, there were two more people with their hands up, so we didn't want to choose between them, because we're too nice. So we'll have those 2 more questions, just let's keep it quick.
Hi. I was just wondering what you've got upcoming, such as theatre stuff.
I'm so sorry, I can't see you. Yeah, I'm really excited actually. I leave here today and I start teching at 6 o'clock this evening in Manchester, Royal Opera House. I'll be there for a week, and then we're in Glasgow for a week, and then we're in the